Welcome to Effective Living TV with your host, Ricardo Miller. Here you will find engaging conversations to help you create a life you don't need to take a vacation from.
Hi, I'm Coach Ricardo Miller, and my assignment in life is to help as many people as possible get better in every area of their lives. It's all about faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. I've been asked to do a series of talks on relationships, and more specifically, somebody asked me, how do you know when to keep them? How do you know when to walk away? I want to talk about that subject. I'm not only going to talk about that today, but I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Today, I want to talk about 7 signs you should keep him, 7 signs you should walk away. Now, the reality of it is you got to find where you are, and you got to identify what you have. And then you got to do what you got to do to make sure you become your best self. Your future should be getting better with the life's partner that God has placed within your life. You and them have to figure out how to make life work. The goal is to live life effectively. Now, here's the deal. You could increase in age and still never get better. You could have started off well, but not make a commitment to become better. And so all I'm asking you to do is to look at these particular points and then decide, hey, you know what? Either I need to have a tough conversation and we got to go back to the drawing board to identify what is it that we should be about to make sure that we're getting better with age. Because the truth is, life has been given to you to experience in a refreshing way, even when there are bumps in the road, even when you find that it's not all sugar and spice and everything nice, you still at the end of the day should be having more of what you want rather than more of what you don't want. Okay, I heard Bishop Jake said this a while back. You want to live with an 80-20. You want to live with 80%, not the 20%. And a lot of people, they don't ever get the opportunity to have an 80 because they never understood what they should have been looking for, what they should have been committing to, what they should have been expecting. And so here's what I believe. These are practical things. If you believe in them, just give me a check mark and say, I believe in them. If you don't believe in them, share with me what you believe. I want you to believe what you believe that's going to work favorably for you on your journey to living life effectively. So drop the comments in the comment section. I want to hear from you because I'm going to be back tomorrow talking about 7 signs you should leave her, 7 signs you should keep her. I'm going to do that tomorrow. But today, it's all about the guys. You all ready for this? Here's my 7. And I'm not going to elaborate on them. I'm going to be real quick because I think you're going to get the chance to think about them. And then if you think I should elaborate on them, put it in the comment section. And which point I need to elaborate on, I want to hear from you in the comment section. Let's dive in to the 7 signs. 7 signs you should walk or run away. Some people demand you run. Some people demand you simply walk away. You just got to know who you're dealing with. Number 1 has no vision. They're not going anywhere. The Bible itself says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Unfortunately, for the lady who has a guy who has no vision, has no clue as to where he's going, there is no tomorrow for him because he is only living in the moment. Ooh, should you run or should you walk away? That's up to you. Number 2, he's abusive. And his temper is bad, okay? Bad temper. Abusive and bad temper. Abusive and bad temper men, oh my goodness. Should you walk or should you run? You got to think about it because the truth is, bad temper is a problem. And every man, every woman, every person needs to learn how to manage their temper, okay? Everybody needs to learn how to manage. And so if you're abusive, come on, man. And there are many different signs of abuse, okay? And you got to figure out some people have it as an issue to the core, and you may need to walk or you may need to run. But all depending on how bad it is, you determine, should you walk or should you run? Then, what's this? Inconsiderate. Ooh, inconsiderate. Now, here's the deal. The thing about an inconsiderate man, okay, we're talking about men today. The thing about an inconsiderate man is sometimes they don't even know they're inconsiderate. Sometimes they don't even know they're inconsiderate. And maybe you can help a guy who's a little inconsiderate, but if he is taught how to be considerate, he can be worked on or he can be worked with. But for someone who is inconsiderate, they know they're inconsiderate. They're continuing to be inconsiderate. Should you walk or should you run? Come on, should you keep them or should you let them go? I think inconsiderate is a problem. Okay, you got to raise those children, and they're inconsiderate. You're supposed to be joining your finances together, and they're inconsiderate. I mean, come on, you got to go to work, and they're still at home, and then you come home to wash dishes and clean house. They're inconsiderate. Oh my goodness! Should you walk, or should you run? And then watch this. Number 4, unresolved issues from the past. Unresolved issues from the past. This is the guy that you find yourself with, that unresolved issues has joined him in his current relationships with you. His current relationship with you is now dealing with unresolved issues that should have been dealt with before he met you. Now, some people come into a relationship with baggage no matter what amount of time they've been out of the relationship. But when it becomes the point where it is clearly an unresolved issue that is tormenting him and is now leaking over to want to frustrate you, should you walk away or should you run? Okay, these are my signs. 7 signs you should walk away or run away from him. And I said, is number 1, no vision. Number 2, abusive/bad temper. Number 3, inconsiderate. Number 4, unresolved issues from the past. Number 5. Okay, number 5, the connection is not there. The connection is not there. You just, okay, nice guy, but you ain't feeling him. You ain't feeling him. Now, you want to commit to somebody you ain't feeling? There's no kind of attraction. Okay, yeah, he makes good money. Yeah, he might even look good. But you ain't feel. There's nothing about you feeling him. Okay, you don't even like him. Okay, but he's making himself available to you, and you're giving in to what he is making himself available to do for you, and you don't even like him. Should you walk away or should you run? And then last but not least, okay, now there's 2 more. Okay, number 6, too soft to lead. Just too soft to lead. A lot of women, the vast majority of women that I know, they want a man who can lead. They're looking for a man who is a leader, a man who can stand strong and represent the family, represent her. And there are some guys that just haven't developed the backbone. They have not developed the stamina. They have not developed the strength to lead. They don't know how to lead. They have no interest in leading, and it will frustrate a woman who is looking for a man to lead, and he is not prepared to lead. He hasn't learned how to lead. Now he has the leadership role as husband. He has the leadership role as the man in the relationship, but he's too soft to lead. Should you walk away or should you run? And this is the last one. Last one, okay? He is a compulsive liar. Now, everybody does a little lie, a little white lie, a little white lie. But is he trying to get help? Is he trying to work past the fact that, hey, bro, listen, man, I like you, but you're really lying where lying is not necessary. Okay? And then some people, they picked up the habit, and it's just, they're not wanting to get rid of the habit, and they're not working towards becoming better. And lying is one of the issues that is clearly not being worked on. And you'll be like, okay, if you're keeping this as one of your foundational behaviors, this is going to be a problem. Okay, this is going to be a problem. You got to come clean. Like Mother Wells would say, come clean, even if you got to come rough dry. Okay, now that's a struggle for a lot of people. Some people struggle with it. Okay, but then at the end of the day, you got to get to the point where you say, listen, I want to be my best self. And for the guys who are watching this and listening to me, I'm saying this is not a bash to you. This is me trying to help you. I have been in all of these. I've been struggling with all of these. I'm like, hey, listen, I've been inconsiderate. I've been dealing with unresolved issues from the past. I found myself at places where there is no connection. It's not working for me. I found myself just lying, just no reason for lying. Okay? But then also, I found myself at a place where I wasn't strong in leading even. There's help that's available to you. You're just going to want help. There's a statement out there that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I just give you 7 on signs you should walk away or run. Here is my sign 7 that I think you should stick with him. You should walk with him. You should keep him. Okay? Number 1, he's emotionally connected. That emotional connection is rich. He's emotionally connected with his inner self. He's emotionally connected with you. And he's doing the work to connect with you even more. Emotionally connected is very, very necessary in a relationship. Number two, he is consistent. He's consistent. You find a guy who's consistent, keep him. You find a guy who's consistent. I'm talking about he's consistent with his job. He's consistent with taking care of his stuff. He's consistent with the way he shows up in the world. You know, there's some guys, they only have a particular way when they're trying to pursue something, and after they get it, it fizzles off. It's like, you know what? Oh, as soon as they got a new car, they start taking care of it. But as soon as it sells off that it's not quite a new car no more, they don't maintain it anymore. They want the house, they want the job, they want this, they want that, but they lack consistency. A guy who is consistent is a guy you need to pay attention to. All right, next one. Number 3, he is a provider. You ain't going hungry. Your light's not going to turn off. Okay, he's going to make sure if he got to do Uber, if he got to work at a superstore, he got to do security at night, and keep his day job. He is a provider. He is going to provide for his family. If you see you got a guy who is a provider, who ain't afraid to be a provider for his family, he's a keeper. Okay, then watch this. He has healed and learned from whatever was in his past. Everybody comes with a little past. But the question is he healed and has he learned from his past? Come on, has he learned from his past? Something to think about, something to think about. And then last but not least, okay, I'm always saying last but not least, but this is not it. Watch it. He makes you feel safe and protected. He makes you feel safe and protected. You feel good around him. You feel secure around him. You feel protected around him. You feel okay around him. I feel like that's a guy. He's a keeper. Okay? Number 6, he is responsible with money. He's responsible with money. And there are a lot of guys who are out there who are not responsible with money. But a guy who's responsible with money, a guy who's not going to be stupid with the finances, oh man, I think that's a guy you need to keep. Last but not least, this is last but not least. He is self-secure and not jealous. He is self-secure and not jealous. A guy who's jealous, should you walk or should you run away? But when a guy is secure and not jealous, somebody can compliment you and say, hey, you got a beautiful girl, you got a beautiful wife. And he says, why, thank you. She's all mine. He is secure and not jealous to the point where it's not a threat, concern, or worry that you were connected to someone before him. Because as far as he's concerned, that person is the past. He is secure. He's not jealous. I'm really interested in seeing which one of these stood out to you the most. Any of them? What's your view? Or should there have been a few that should have been added? What would your 7 look like? Put it in the comment section. What would your 7 look like? I'm Coach Ricardo Miller, and I love helping people. As a matter of fact, my Effective Living community, we got a tribe. We got a community, guys, of people we're living and doing life together. We're going on a cruise this October 10th through the 15th. Guess what? You and your significant other, let's hang out with me and my crew, and we're going to talk about making sure that we're living life to the fullest together. Tell him, hey, this dude is on to something. He's trying to help men live life at another level. Bring your significant other. Let's cruise together this October. Now, here's what I need. I need to know from you which one of these stood out to you the most. Also, if you're watching this and you know this would be something that someone needs to look at, pray about, and maybe even consider, because this is where they are in their relationship. They need to know if to walk away or if to keep, stay with, work on to continue to develop that lifestyle that brings you to that place where you're enjoying what you have become because life is about building yourself up to become the person that you were destined to be. It's all about being under construction, working on yourself so God can be glorified about who you are becoming, because we're all becoming, glorifying the Father in what we're doing on a daily basis. Have a great day, guys.